Welcome back to the SMT Media Network. In this video, we discuss the outcome of the Browns preseason game today, and the reason why this is important is because the Browns had to start Dillon Gabriel. And the reason why he started was likely because Shedeur Sanders is out with an oblique injury, which happened earlier in the week in the Cleveland Browns, Philadelphia Eagles joint practices. And, so he's out. Obviously, they're going to rest him, allow him to recover, probably prepare him possibly for the next preseason game, and, just to kind of get himself right. No unnecessary risk. And they still want to see what they have in their early round pick in Dillon Gabriel, right? They took Shador a couple rounds after Dillon. Okay, so that's an important thing to note. But anyways, with Shador out, Dillon Gabriel gets his start. And I have to tell you guys, I'm not impressed at all. When I watched Shedeur play last week, there were things that impressed me. There was nothing that impressed me from Dillon Gabriel. Here's what I saw. Well, first of all, to kind of highlight the game for him, he played the entire first half, and I think he started the second half, so he did the first series of the second half, and then after that, he was relieved by Tyler Huntley. In the first half, he had two critical errors. One was an absolutely unnecessary pick six. Awful, egregious. Did not have to happen. He was rolling out to his left. There were two receivers in the vicinity. There were two defenders in the vicinity. Could have just threw it out of bounds. It was horrible, egregious play. Terrible decision making. And then also, there was a fumble that ended up being a turnover on a stretch play. He was reaching to extend the ball to the running back, and it got lost in translation or transmission, whatever. What I saw from Dillon Gabriel today was good on the short passes, good on some of the intermediate passes, 5, 10, 15 yards down the field. Things were pretty accurate. Put a little zip on the ball. That was cool. Whenever there were tight coverage windows, his accuracy seemed a little bit worse, leading the throws a little bit too much. A couple of throws in the dirt in tight coverage, and especially anything down the field. There just wasn't much of that. He could move a little bit, but he did have some happy feet moments in the pocket as the pressure was coming in. So I think he had a 74 passer rating. I think he was 13 of 18 with 143 yards with those with the pick six, and then that fumble, I guess, gets addressed to him or assessed to him. Look, when I watch players play, I look for certain things. I look to see what type of mistakes they make. Are they preventable? Were they their fault? What's their decision making? Could it have been, avoided? That sort of thing. I don't know about the fumble. I have to go back and watch the film to see if that was a running back problem or if it was just Gabriel not being close enough and he had to extend a little bit further than normal. I think that's probably the case on a situation like a stretch play like that, probably. But the pick six was just horrible. It was awful. It should not have happened. It didn't need to happen. He didn't have to force the issue. I think it was on a second down maybe or a third down. It just didn't have to occur. So he did not have as good a game as Shedeur. He does not look as polished as Shedeur. And what I mean by that, it's not just that he threw the interception. It was the fact that the throws in the intermediate and the throws in the shorter plays were the only way he was actually able to move the ball. Shedeur had a nice couple of plays down the field, touchdown throws in the end zone, plays down the sideline. You saw him make progressions. You saw him slide out of the pocket and be patient and kind of hang around and move the pocket and manipulate it a little bit and then manipulate the defense and guide. He's further along in his development. Shedeur clearly has more refined quarterback skills today than Dillon Gabriel, and there's a little bit of space between these two guys. In my opinion, I think Dillon Gabriel at best is a project quarterback right now. I think within several weeks, film study, practice, learning, soaking up the game, practice, snaps, all those things, first team reps, Shedeur can start an NFL game and compete in NFL games this year. I don't think Dillon Gabriel is there yet. I think he would be shell-shocked by some of the things he would see in the league. The Shedeur, I think, would handle a little bit better. Anyways, that's what I've seen so far. It's only one game for each guy. These are not definitive conclusions. I'm just telling you what I saw in these games and what I think it translates as it currently stands between these two players. The fact that Shedeur is 4th on the depth chart for the Cleveland Browns in quarterback is absurdity. Dillon, Gabriel, just based on what we saw, should be behind Shedeur. And I don't know what that means for, you know, the other guys or whatever. I'm just talking about the 2 rookies that were drafted at the same time. Anyways, let me know what you guys thought. If you saw the game, if you watched either of these guys play, what your thoughts and opinions and impressions are from what they've accomplished so far in the preseason. Short, but we do have some tape on these guys. Let me know what you guys think. Likes, shares, and subscribe. Don't forget to hit the notification bell. You guys won't miss any uploads. Thanks for watching. We'll see you guys soon on the next one.